Stop explaining yourself. Use this reversal trick to gain respect in seconds. Here's the truth. The more you explain yourself, the less people respect you. But there's a reversal trick, a psychological switch that flips the power instantly and makes people lean in. We've all been there. Someone questions you, doubts you, maybe even accuses you, and your instinct is to explain, to justify, to prove your worth. But here's the problem. Explaining feels like control, when really, it's surrender. In this video, I'll show you how to stop explaining yourself and instead, redirect the energy. You'll learn the one reversal tactic that leaders, negotiators, and power players quietly use to command respect in seconds. And as we go deeper, I'll give you a framework, real stories, and subtle techniques that work in boardrooms, relationships, and everyday conversations. By the end, you won't just understand the trick. You'll feel it in your bones. Why explaining destroys respect. Let's start with the problem. Explaining is often disguised as clarity. But beneath the surface, it signals something far deeper. Insecurity. When you rush to explain, you're saying, "I need you to believe me." And the moment you give off that energy, you've already placed yourself beneath the other person. Think of a courtroom. The most powerful witnesses speak briefly. One sentence, maybe two. Now compare that to a nervous defendant, stumbling through long explanations, filling silence with desperate words. Who seems stronger? Who commands the room? Respect doesn't live in words. It lives in presence. Psychologists call this a status cue. We subconsciously measure confidence by how much a person needs to justify themselves. The less someone explains, the more we assume. They have nothing to prove. The more someone explains, the more we assume they're guilty of something. And this runs deep in human wiring. In tribal times, leaders spoke little. Followers filled the silence. The same rule applies today, in offices, in families, in politics. The reversal trick. So what's the alternative? Here's the reversal trick. When someone challenges you instead of explaining, redirect with a calm question. Example, they ask, "Why did you do it this way?" Most people panic and explain, "Well, I thought that maybe this approach would..." Instead, flip the script. Respond. What outcome are you hoping for? See the difference? One version defends, the other directs. One puts you in their frame, the other puts them in yours. This works because of a psychological law called frame control. In every interaction, one frame dominates. The person inside the frame loses. The person holding the frame leads. When you explain, you step into their frame. When you redirect with a question, you create a new frame. It's like conversational judo. You don't resist force. You redirect it. Stories that show the power. Let's bring this to life. Story 1. A manager accused of favoritism. Instead of saying, "No, I treat everyone the same, here's proof," he calmly replied, "Can you share what makes you feel that way?" The accuser stumbled. The power flipped. Respect returned. Story 2. A young entrepreneur facing sharp investors. An investor snaps, "Your numbers don't add up. Why should we trust you?" Most people would scramble to justify. He didn't. He paused and asked, "Which numbers matter most to you in making this decision?" The room shifted. Suddenly, he was leading the conversation. Story 3. Everyday life. A friend asks, "Why didn't you text me back right away?" instead of explaining, "Oh, I was busy, I was driving, I was tired." You calmly ask, "Is quick response something you value a lot?" You've removed guilt, you've shifted the focus, you've kept respect. In each case, notice the pattern. No defense, no apology, just redirection. And the power dynamic changes instantly. The framework to master it. So how do you practice this? Here's the framework. Step 1. When challenged, don't rush. Silence creates gravity. In fact, silence often does more than words ever could. Step 2. Resist the urge to explain. Catch yourself. That instinct to justify, that's the trap. Step 3. Redirect with a question. Instead of defending, calmly ask something that puts the focus back on them. Examples. What outcome are you hoping for? What matters most to you here? What do you see as the bigger priority? Step 4. Hold calm presence. Don't smirk. Don't get aggressive. Simply be steady. Confidence isn't loud, it's unshakable. Think of it as martial arts. Karate blocks force. Judo redirects it. You're not fighting the question. You're redirecting the energy. Back to them. The payoff. Respect is rarely earned by saying more. It's earned by saying less, with strength behind it. When you stop explaining yourself, you stop asking for approval. And the moment you stop asking for approval, people give it to you freely. So next time someone questions you, pause. Breathe. Redirect. Watch how the energy shifts. Watch how respect rises. Because in every conversation, one frame leads. And the person who holds the frame holds the power. If this opened your eyes, imagine applying it this week. And if you want more insights on power, persuasion, and presence, subscribe now, because the next video might be the edge you've been looking for.